Hello everyone, welcome to Joy Victory Lifestyle channel. My name is Joy Victory, and as always, it's such a blessing to have you here. If you're new here, thank you for joining the family, and to my returning subscribers, you already know how much I love and appreciate you. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to speak to my Jamaican family. My heart goes out to every single one who has been affected by Hurricane Melissa. I cannot imagine the pain, fear, and uncertainty you're walking through right now. But please know, we stand with you, we pray for you, and we believe that that after every storm there is hope. So Jamaica, you're strong, you have faced challenges before and even risen each and every single time. May God comfort you, may comfort find your home. What you've lost, may it be restored. You're not alone in this. Now, let's talk about today's topic, which is overthinking. You know that feeling when your mind just can't stop thinking, you know? You play conversations, question your decisions, and even imagine worst scenarios that haven't happened. It's exhausting, I know, both mentally, emotionally, or even physically. And overthinking is just like it's like being stuck in traffic inside your own head. You're moving but going nowhere, and many of us, this habit becomes a cycle, and we must learn to break it today. So welcome to Breaking Cycles with J Victory. Yeah. And I would wish to go straight to defining what overthinking is, because I believe that for every single topic we do, we must understand it better. Overthinking is not thinking deeply, it's thinking destructively. It's when reflection turns into rumination, when planning becomes paralyzing, Yeah. So it's your mind trying to protect you from pain, but in doing so, it creates more pain. So there is this psychologist I think I've been listening to for quite some time. That is Susan Nolan, and she was talking about how overthinking traps us in what we call a mental loop. We analyze our mistakes, our relationships, our future, and the more we think, the worse we feel. So yeah, but here's the truth: you cannot control everything. You cannot control everything by thinking about it more and more and more. And sometimes peace begins the moment you stop needing all the answers. Yeah, I need you to understand that. So I'll make you understand that we have some causes of overthinking, and I can talk about fear, past traumas, perfectionism. I think those are some of the reasons as to why we end up thinking destructively. So overthinking can stem from fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. That is one thing that has been disturbing people, and it comes from past trauma. Maybe you grew up in an environment where mistakes were punished, or so now you replay everything, trying to mess up again, trying not to mess up again. I'm sorry, I untwisted it. So like when you've grown in an environment where every mistake was punished, you tend to develop a character now where you try to do things so that you cannot mess up again. And it also comes from perfectionism. This is something that is more common with perfectionists per se, from wanting life to look flawless on the outside when you're breaking in the inside. And one of the most powerful example I think I can speak about, this one influential person you all know, that is Elon Musk. He is actually known for his relentless thinking. Even he admits that his brain can be a double-edged sword, a place of innovation but also restlessness. So yeah. Another thing, I don't know if there is any other person I can speak about. Maybe if I should talk about Albert Einstein. Overthinking will not only lead to understanding. That's sort of, actually, I think it's a quote. He said that overthinking will not lead you into understanding, and the great minds have struggled with it and learned to rise above it. So we can also look at overthinking in the biblical aspects. For those who are people of faith, thinking can sometimes be a mistrust of God's plan. And we can actually read this in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 6 to 7. During your free time, please go read that verse. It speaks about do not be anxious about anything. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it that much because I want you to go and read that verse. That peace is the opposite of overthinking. It's actually surrender. Surrender is actually the peace, the peace that comes as an opposite of overthinking. And it's saying, it's actually that thought that comes in saying that I don't know how, but I know who. So we can at the same time equate this to the story of Mary. Mary was Lazarus' sister. So when Jesus actually visited Martha, not Mary, I mean Martha, when Jesus visited Martha's home, she was anxious and even distracted about many things, while her sister Mary sat down and listened to Jesus. So Jesus told Martha that she was just worried and upset about many things, but few things were the ones that were needed. So that is actually, what I'm trying to mean is that that's basically what overthinking does. It distracts us from what truly matters. And in real life, I'm going to talk about this. I think she plays tennis, if I'm not wrong. I'm not that quite sure, but please, if you know what Serena Williams, the kind of game the kind of matches she does, please use the comment section box to comment down there. She was in a certain interview and she spoke about learning to quiet her thoughts before matches through breathing, prayers, and trusting in her preparations. And for those who have read Nelson Mandela books, or for those who maybe are going to read Nelson Mandela books, he speaks about during his 27 years in prison. He said that during his 27 years in prison, he actually said that what kept him sane was learning not to dwell on what could go wrong, but focusing on what he could control. That was actually his mindset. So if you shift your mindset, you're good to go. And who else can I speak about? I don't think. And I got a DM on my WhatsApp. Someone was asking me to be putting in books of reference because they learned that in my previous live I've started writing books, and definitely I'm getting inspiration from somewhere. Well, I think some of the books that I can recommend, the books that I've read that I can recommend that matches this topic overthinking, you can go get yourself The Power of Now by Tolle. I don't know how to read the first name, so I'm not going to read the first name. And the second book you can go and get yourself is Stillness is the Key. It was written actually by Ryan Holiday. And the last book I can recommend is Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. So those are the 3 books that I've read, and I feel like they are good. Like when you read it, they actually have a central message, that is, peace is not found by solving every thought. It's found by learning which one deserves your attention. Yeah, it actually talks about which one deserves your attention. So we are going to quickly dwell on the breaking the cycle of overthinking, and I'm going to guide you on how to break the cycles of overthinking. We have like how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, number 1, you talk about awareness. You cannot change what you don't notice. That is something I've spoken repeatedly in my previous episodes. Catch yourself when you spiral, pause, breathe, and name the thought. Always ask yourself, is this a fact or is it fear? You need to question that. And number 2, shift from thinking to doing. So what I'll talk about this is just write down take one small step at a time. Action is basically the antidote of rumination. And number 3, I limit your what ifs. I think I spoke about this when I was speaking rejection, and replace what if it fails with what if it works. Always be optimistic. The moment you feed your mind with optimism, you're good to go. Number 4, set a mental deadline. Tell yourself, I'll think about this for something like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or even 20 minutes, then decide and move on. The brain loves structure. It helps you regain control. That is the basic thing you need to know. The brain loves structure. And number 5, feed your mind truth. Read those books that ground you. Listen to calming music. Learn to pray. For those people who believe in prayers, like I do believe in prayers, pray. You can meditate if it's needed. As I spoke before, be with those people who are faithful, those people who trust in you. And what feed your mind shapes your peace. That is the basic tool you need to take home. What you feed your mind is basically what will shape your peace. And lastly, I'm going to talk trust timing. This one I'm going to relate it to the book of Psalms chapter 46 verse 10. That is a verse that lives rent-free in mind. Be still and know that I am God. That is the verse that keeps me going. So sometimes not having all the answers is God's way of teaching you. It's actually God's ways of teaching you patience. So yeah, that is basically how you can break the cycles of overthinking. If you have any question, feel free to use the comment box. For those who are going to watch this when it's premiering, the chat box is open for you. I'll be there reading your comments. It's a matter of us learning, because every day is a learning day. We are here to learn and relearn. So I want you to go home or stay wherever you are, knowing that overthinking is a thief. It steals today's peace with tomorrow's fears. That is something my mom taught me. I like referring to my mom because she's my immediate teacher, and I just want to give her flowers for she has always trusted in me when I didn't even believe in my own self. But you need to also know that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who deserves. Okay, you are the one who observes them. So you're not those thoughts that hinder you from achieving something. You have the power to quiet the noise, to choose calm over chaos, and also to trust over control. So as I conclude today, I want to challenge you to challenge your mind, to challenge you. When your mind starts spinning, stop and breathe. Remind yourself, I have survived 100% of my worst days. I think there is a speaker who said it. If I'm not wrong, I think it's Sarah Jakes. I'm not wrong, I'm not quite sure. Please remind me who said that. You can let go, you can trust, and you can begin again. And to my new viewers, if this message spoke to you, take a moment to comment below. What's one new thing you're letting go of today? This is not just for my new viewers, it's for everyone, my returning subscribers, my new viewers, because your opinion matters the most. And in this platform, this is where healing begins, when we share. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying here. And once again, to my Jamaican brothers and sisters, we stand with you, we pray with you. Until next time, stay grounded. I love you so much. Have a lovely week.